Hi guys, Rachel is Spunky Misfit Girl here, and I was working on another project today, and I used this little punchy guy here in a couple of different ways, and it just made me think, craft punches can bring something up a level so much. Just that simple detail of having a special corner that repeats itself just can make all the difference on how some aspect of your project looks. And it's been a while that I've been doing this now, and I've amassed quite a collection of punches. And when I first started out, and it still happens, that I would see, somebody who made a shape or an edge that I particularly loved. And I would be like, "Ooh, that looks so professional. It looks so difficult. How did you do that?" And a lot of times the answer would be, "Oh, it's a punch." And sometimes it would be that I would go digging and I couldn't find the particular punch, or I didn't know what to call it. And so I thought I would just do a pretty simple walkthrough today of some of the punches that I've gotten that I use that I think look really special, and show you how to find them, particularly in the cases where they might be a little bit more difficult. So I brought along my Rising Phoenix journal cards to use to show these off. So these are my Etsy shop. Beautiful, beautiful birds. I'm working on a fairy journal at the moment, and I may put some of these in there, although I don't know, they might deserve a journal of their own. They're so gorgeous. So firstly, there's your basic corner rounder. And this one I did get. This was the first one that I bought. And it's a We Are Memory Keepers version of your basic. You can probably get it cheaper pretty much anywhere these days, from Amazon or Temu or wherever. I mostly use the 7mm just because that tends to be the one that is sort of the basic rounded corner. But it does have these other options of 4mm and 10mm, and every now and then you'll come across something that somebody's design that specifically matches the 10mm, and that's generally what I use that for. Otherwise, it's mostly that 7mm, because that's, I don't know, that's the one for some reason tends to, I think, look the nicest on just a regular rectangle like this. Of course, if you're a total beginner, you're gonna probably want your basic circle punches. This is a 1-inch, and this is, I think it's 5/8, which I use those all the time. I don't know how I ever lived without them. Those were ones that I bought very, very early too. I think this is also the same. That's a 5/8. I have another one. I think I moved it, but I have one like this. These came in a set, and that's smaller. And that's what I used for the gnome noses recently in one of my other videos. And that was, I didn't have a smaller size circle for that. I also have a larger one. I have a 2-inch. And I believe this one, yep, 1.5-inch. Sometimes they will say the sizes on there. That's actually kind of nice. I like that. So all the circle punches at all the sizes. I also teach classes, so it's useful to have multiples of my 1-inch. I have a couple of different hearts, which also come in handy. I kind of don't want to punch a heart out of these guys, so let's do that on one of my scrap papers here. This is the We Are Memory Keepers, I believe. I think I found it on sale at Tuesday morning and was like super overjoyed. Yeah, it has our branding on it. That's a really nice heart. I have another heart. This is the Bira heart. It's a little bit less fat. It's a little skinnier. I don't find that to be quite as nice of a heart, so I would, if you're looking for a heart punch, this one is a little fussy because it's what is the word? Magnet. I totally lost the word magnet for a second there, you guys. It's magnetized. So you have to get it just right or it acts up. But the Bureau one probably will last longer and probably would be less fussy, but I do like this heart shape design a lot better. That's the We Are Memory Keepers one. I also have this really cool, I thought it was Bureau as well, but I guess it says sunlit on here. I don't know. I probably got it on Amazon, but it makes this super neat lacy kind of filigree heart. Oh, it's a little sticky. Oh, I love that one. For those are so beautiful. That's one of my favorites. I actually have gotten out of the habit of using it as much as I used to, but it's really pretty. I probably should just make a product for my Etsy shop of these. That'd be fun. I bet that would sell. From book pages, maybe? Just like packs of 20 of these or something. That would be great. Okay, so let's take a look. Some of these others too. I was thinking of corner punches. So let's look at this guy. So this guy I love, actually. This is a 3-way, so it has 3 different corners. And this one I find to be one of the ones that I go to a lot for making things, kind of finishing off ephemera. Right, like if I'm making something, so that shows you that that's one of the edges. I especially use that a lot for like little labels, things with words that I'm going to put on to finish off kind of a design with the words or stuff like that. This guy is a good one for little ephemera card pieces. Just gives you a cute edge like that's punched in. That looks really nice and professional. And then this one, well, if I can do it right, I can show you. That is the trick. You do, it's really not giving me the right angle. I don't use this one all that much for exactly this reason, but when you get, I think it has to do with the size of that corner. And this is just, the size of this is not working in my favor. Let me see if I can get one that looks how, there you go. That's how it's supposed to look. And so it does look nice. But it is really easy to muck it up. However, those other two I really like a lot, and it's worth this punch, picking up this punch. For them, I use that one a lot. Again, I'm pretty sure I got this one on Amazon. Pretty easy to find everywhere at this point. This guy is a Bira Bira, and it is also a corner rounder, similar to this one, just same basic, but it does work pretty reliably as long as you stick that in there. It's maybe a little easier to use than this one. However, the reason I bought this one was for the notch. And that was one that I kept seeing on other people's products, other people's journals that I bought, and in other people's videos, and I loved it as the pocket opening, and I couldn't figure out where they were getting it, and ooh, lo and behold, it's a punch. And I love how that looks for a pocket top. I'll include links to all of these guys in the description so you can find any of them. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you use one of my Amazon links, I will get a little bit of a kickback from them. It's not very much, but I do get a little bit for advertising fees at no extra cost to you. It doesn't matter what you buy, even if you don't buy that specific thing. If you click the link, go through to Amazon and make a purchase, you will be supporting my channel without paying any more, and I really appreciate that. So if you do buy any of these from over there, please go ahead and use those links in the description. This one is a Fiskars that I really like the idea of. And I probably have to say that I like the idea of it better than I do the punch in practice, because it tends to be very difficult to get it to consistently punch exactly right. And you see, it's a hard punch. I mean, look at how beautiful that is, okay? That's exactly right, and it looks really stunning. So if you could get it right, it's really great and totally worth it. However, like the other one that you just saw me fussing with, yeah. I was like, at some point, I'm going to get one of these that just doesn't work. And there's not really any coming back from that, unfortunately, you know, right? So like now I have all these beautiful edges, and even that one's not exactly right. But now I have all these beautiful edges except for that one, and I can't, there's nothing I can do to fix it. I can't punch it again. It's just done with. So I'm kind of sad about that one, because like I love that. I really, really love that, and it's beautiful, but it is really hard. So, and you've seen, like, I have to stand up and really push to punch it. It also does take some strength, and then it's really hard to get 4 correct. Yeah, maybe this side will do it for me. Yeah, that's nice. I don't like that one as much as this one, but it is nice, and it did go all the way around. And then there's this one, which probably also has a better chance of working because it doesn't have that thing that pokes out. Yeah, that's pretty too. I like it. So, I mean, that punch is probably worth it if you like that look. It does look really nice. Okay, guys, I have punches galore. This circle one, I use this a lot in certain journals, especially on triangle pockets, to make the edge of those triangle pockets look nice. I think I will just go ahead and punch a little bit of this to show you. You can just line it up on the little doohickey here so that your pattern keeps going properly, to make sure that you put it in all the way. And that makes a nice edge too. That's what I use a lot. That does actually look quite nice on this little birdie here. Let's just do his last guy. Birdie. Birdie, birdie. I got this guy also, who makes some pretty stunning edges, and I sometimes use that one. on belly bands or tops of pockets. Lines up very easily, just like that. To keep that pattern going. Comes out really nice. And I've also sometimes used the bits. It gives you these little bits from the insides, and those can make nice decorations on your ephemera. This one, I feel like everybody in the world has. You've probably seen this one a million times. Makes that little flower edge. Same principle, you can line it up here to keep your pattern going. It's nice, basic, good one for pockets. I also have this little bitty cat, which is super fun, and I bought ages ago, and I was like, I don't know if I'll ever use that. I literally just used it for the first time on the gnomes. I'm giving one of the gnomes a little cat. So I think I'll probably do that, make some more gnomes with cats. I should punch it so you can see what it looks like. I don't have paper that's gonna work really all that well for it. I need something black or a dark cat color. Here, how about a paper? There he is. Oh, he's got Christmas on his backside. That's my little kitty. And then I have this guy I got fairly recently too, that I haven't used very much. I'm not sure what the best paper is to use to demonstrate that, but what this is an embossing punch, which I was really excited about the idea of, but the reality turned out to be, I don't know, maybe not that great. Maybe better to actually get an embossing machine. But what it's supposed to do, maybe we'll try this one, is it embosses as it punches. So it does both at once. So again, I think I have to stand up on this one. And actually this paper was maybe not the best idea. It's a little soft. But there, you can kind of see, right? Because it's got these raised, it's got these embossed parts. The leaf has the indentations, and then the rose itself kind of has its embossing. And there were a few others that I looked at besides the rose that I would consider getting too. But I don't know, I don't use it very much yet at this point. It hasn't really become, again, I think I used it with the gnomes, but it hasn't really become a kind of regular part of my process flow. But they would be nice, you know, if you do a vintage rose themed, butterfly themed, kind of flowery junk journal. It'd be a nice thing to add in there, or just to, you know, if you're the kind of person who mass makes ephemera, mass makes stuff, just have a bunch of these punched out and waiting for you in your stash to draw from, which I should really start doing. I don't do that yet. But anyway, that is my craft punch storehouse and pretty much everything that I've learned about craft punches that might hopefully be useful to you, that I've learned in the last year and a half or so about them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to sign up for the freebie printables for the Steampunk Alice folio, and go ahead and put that together with me on my previous tutorial video for it. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and see you next time.